Before doing exercise number 2, let's do some basics. Suppose you have an equation like x square plus 5x plus 6. Suppose. So you can compare it with this equation, quadratic equation. So you will come to know what is a. So a will be the number here. So this number is hidden, that is 1. So a is 1, b is 5 and c is 6. So now you can understand what are these values by comparing this equation with your given equation. So how you can find the factors of this equation? We have done it in 8th and 9th also. That is called splitting the middle term. So x square plus 5x plus 6 means you have to take this 6 and find its factors in such a way that either when you are added or subtract them you get the middle term. So 2 and 3, when you add them you get 5. So that means you can write x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. You can write this equation in this form. Now from these two you take x common, because you can take this. Leave some space here and write down x plus 2 again. Now compare this equation with the rest of the two terms. Then see there it is 3. So you can write down plus 3. When you multiply this you will get 3x. When you multiply 3 with 2 you will get 6. That means this is absolutely correct. So now from these two you can say you can take x plus 2 common. So this will be like this. So these are the factors of this equation. Now to find 0, what to do? To find 0, put this thing is equal to 0. That means like this. Once you keep it here, send it there, it will divide, become 0. So value of x will be either minus 2 or value of x will be minus 3. So these are the two zeros where it will touch x-axis, this equation. So these are the two zeros of this polynomial or equation, quadratic equation. So now we have to find the relationship between these roots or zeros of the quadratic equation. Here you can see you have a, b, c value by comparing these two equations, and here you can see you have two zeros. Suppose one zero you take alpha minus 2, another you take beta minus 3. And when you add them up, what will you get? So another one you take, when you product them, what will you get? Minus 2 into minus 3, you will get positive 6. Okay, now you can write this minus 5 over 1 in this way. When you add the two roots which you have find out, you get minus 5 by 1, sum of roots. So now compare this with these numbers. You can see it will be b, 5 is b, so it will be minus b over 1. So a is 1 over a. B is what? It is the coefficient of x. So you can write down minus coefficient of x divided by a, means it is a coefficient of x square. So you can see this relationship is maintained, that the sum of roots is minus b by a for quadratic equations. Let's check for product. Alpha into beta is minus 2 minus 3, 6. 6 means 6 over 1. So what is 6? 6 is c. So that is c, constant, and 1 is a. So it is c by a. You can say constant term oblique coefficient of x square. So you can cram it that product of roots will be c by a for these quadratic equations. So this is the relationship by which you can find out different questions. So you have example number 2 on page number 30. What is saying? Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square 7x plus 10. So what you will do? आप इसके फैक्टर निकालिए और देखिए आइडिया सब्ट्रैक्ट करने से आपको मिडिल टर्म स्प्लिट हो सकती है। अब देखेंगे इसके फैक्टर इस तरह से हो रहे हैं कि आप इसको इजीली स्प्लिट कर सकते हैं। Now from these two take common, leave some space, write down the same this bracket again. When you put 5 here you will get 5x, 5 to the 10. So x plus 2 you can take common, so x plus 5. These are the two factors Now to find zeros, what you will do? To find 0, put both the factors equal to 0. So here you will get -2 and in other you will get -5. So suppose alpha is -2 and beta is -5. So these are the two zeros or roots of this quadratic polynomial. So first part is over. Second part, you have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So what you have seen here, a was 1, the coefficient of x square, b was 7, the coefficient of x, and constant term was 10. These are the numbers. From this equation you can find out these. Now what you have to do, you have to do sum of roots. The root is -2 -5, you will get -7, let it be 1. So compare it with this number b, 7. So it will be put in place of 7b, and 1 is a, put a here. So you can see it is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. So you have shown the relationship. It is working it's okay. So when the product of roots, you can see -2 multiplied by -5, you will get +10. You can write it 10 over 1. So what is 10? It is c, and what is 1? It is a. So it is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So we have proved the relationship also. So this is example number 2. Students, in example number 3 for polynomials in your book of NCERT, it is on page number 30 here. Find the zeros of the polynomial. So polynomial is what? X square minus 3. It is a quadratic polynomial, so compare it with this polynomial. So now you can see here it is 1. The coefficient of x square is 1. So a will be 1. Because here the term of x is not available, so you can think that b is 0 because that is not present, and c will be -3. So now you have got 3 points of these ABC by comparing. As far as this question 2 you have to solve, you have to factor it. So what you will do, you know that x square minus 3 can be written as x square minus √3 square. So it is very much like this, a square minus b square, and you know this formula, a minus b into a plus b. So you can see by this formula you can write it x minus √3 into x plus √3. These are the factors of this equation. So to find, they want you to find the zeros. So to find zeros, put x minus √3 is equal to 0 as well as x plus √3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to √3, this will become positive and this will become negative. So consider this as alpha and consider that as beta. So these are your two roots. So first part is over, that you have to find the two zeros. So these are the zeros of this equation. After that you have to do verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So you have to verify the relationships. As you know that sum of roots is this and this. So √3 plus minus √3, what you will get? You will get 0. That will be minus b by a, as the coefficient of x is 0 here. So value b is 0. So you can write down it is coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. So you have proved the relationship for sum of roots. As well as if you have to do product of roots, what you will do, √3 multiplied by minus √3, you will get -3 over 1. Compare it with c by y. You can see C is minus 3, so this is C, and A is 1, so this is 1. You can write down constant term divided by A means coefficient of x square. So you can see you have proved the relationship also. So this is your example number 3. In example number 4, you have to find the equation of the quadratic. Here we are given that sum and product of the zeros are minus 3 and 2. So sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta is, and product of the root is alpha into beta, whatever the roots may be, but they have given you sum of the roots, that is minus 3, and product of the root, that is 2. So it is given by the question and you have to find the value. What is the quadratic equation if you are given with these? As you know that sum of the root is minus b by a, it is c by a, product of the root. So you can think it is minus 3 over 1 and it is 2 over 1. Implies that by comparing these ratios, a will be 1, b will be 3, because this minus will cancel this, so b will be 3 and c will be 2. Now you know all the three values. So what should be the equation? The basic equation is like this: ax square bx plus a. This is the standard form of equation of quadratic form. So what you can say, a is 1, so it will be x square, bx means 3x, c means 2. So this is one of the equation which can give you, which can satisfy these two conditions, that the sum of the roots will be minus 3 and product of the roots will be 2. One of the equation. So other equations can be like this: k x square plus 3x plus 2. That means where k is any real number. So whatever number you will put here, it is only in common. All those equations, when you try to find out the roots and when you add them and multiply them, you will get the same answers. So this is the one of the equation, and generally we can write down this is the equation, quadratic equation, because there are a lot of equations which have such conditions. After that you have a cubical equation. This is quadratic equation. After that you have cubical equation: ax cube bx square cx plus d. So here the degree of the polynomial is 3, because the maximum power is, the biggest power is 3. Here you can see the coefficient of x cube is a. When you were doing quadratic equations, it was ax square bx plus c. There a was the coefficient of x square. So you have to keep in mind when you are doing such questions, which is the coefficient of x cube, which is the coefficient of x square. So they will change. Here also you have sum of roots, sum of product of roots, and product of roots, because there are 3 roots, because it is a cubical equation. So there will be 3 roots, so alpha, beta and gamma. So sum of the roots will be like this. So what will be the formula? So sum of root will be minus b by a. You have to take this b, the coefficient of x square. This will be c by a, and this will be minus d by a. D is constant number here, but c is not constant in this equation. C was constant in quadratic equation. So here it is the coefficient of x, and you have to keep these formulas in your mind. They will help you to do such questions. So there is example number 5 where it is written that you have to prove that 3 minus 1 by 3 are zeros of the given polynomial. So first of all we will see what is the polynomial. This is example number 5. Polynomial says 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. So this is your polynomial. First of all, they want to see whether you can verify it or not, that they are zeros of this or not. So I told you that zero of a polynomial is that when you put that value here. So suppose your first value is 3. So you put this 3 in place of x. In 9th class we have done this. Now check. 3 3 are 9, 3 are 27, 3 are 81, 3 3 are 9, 5 are 45, minus 33, minus 3. So 81. Then you can add them up because all are negative. You can see 81 minus 81, you are getting 0. So what it means, 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. Why? Because when you are putting this value here, you are getting 0. So 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. So we have verified the first part. Similarly, you have to find the second part. In second part, you have to put minus 1. So that will be p minus 1, 3. Now you put minus 1 in place of x. Minus 1 to the power 3 is minus 1, so it is minus 3. Minus 1 square is plus 1 into minus 5, minus 5. 11, it will be plus 11 because minus into minus plus, so last is minus 3. You can add these negative numbers, you will get 0. So again, minus 1 is also 0 of the polynomial, because after putting this in polynomial you are getting 0. So it shows that this is also 0 of the polynomial. Similarly, you can find the third number which is given to you, that is minus 1 by 3. By putting here, you have to put all values in x, and you can find this by calculation, that again you will get 0. That means minus 1 by 3 is also 0 of the polynomial. It shows that all three are zeros of the polynomial. It is verified. Second part of this question is verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Now if there are three zeros, you have to decide which one is alpha, which one is beta, which one is gamma. So for doing that, so you have three values given by the question. 3 minus 1 by 3. Given polynomial is so let it be alpha, let it be beta, let it be gamma. These are three zeros. So this is your polynomial. So by comparing with this equation, you can come to know that A is 3, B is minus 5, C is minus 11 and D is minus 3. Now you have to verify all these formulas. So what is alpha plus beta plus gamma? That means sum of these three roots. So 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 by 3. 3 will be the LCM. You will get this number. Now you can write down minus common, minus 5 over 3. Why we are writing in this way? Because minus minus will cancel and that will become plus 5 again. But in this way we are getting minus 5, and minus 5 is the value of B. It will be minus B. 3 is the value of A, so it is A. So you can see sum of the roots as they are given is, we are finding it equal to minus B by A by the formula. So it is verified. Second part is sum of product of roots. So you have to put all the values. 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1 by 3 into alpha, that is 3. Now you can see what you will get, minus 3 plus 1 by 3. These three will cancel. You are getting 11 by 3. You will get minus 11 by 3 because 9 and 3 minus 12. So my plus 1 minus 11 by 3. So what is minus 11? It is C. What is 3? It is A. So you can see we have proved also this one also. So last verification is for alpha into beta into gamma, that is minus d by a. So let's check it. Alpha into beta into gamma means what is your alpha? That is your first root, second root and third root. So these are here. So 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3. So what you will get? You can take minus common, and you can take this 3 here and this 3 here and this negative. Keep it like this. Now alpha into beta into gamma is minus d by a. So that's why we are keeping this minus, because here also we need minus. So we are not cancelling these two minus here. So minus is okay. Minus 3 is what? Minus 3 is d. So in place of this minus 3 you can write d, and this is plus 3 is a. So you can write a. So what is d? That is the constant term. And what is a? Coefficient of x cube. So now you can see we have proved all the three formulas and verify them. So this is your example. Now we will start exercise number 2.2. Question number 1. Find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship also. So question number 1, first part is x square minus 2x minus 8. Please tell me, students, what is the type of equation? Degree is 2. Degree of the polynomial is 2. So which is this polynomial? Which type of equation is this? Okay, right, quadratic. So quadratic equation. So what you can do, you can split the middle term and find the factors of it. First of all, so it is 8 here and it is 1 here. The coefficient of x square is 1. So 1 into 8 is 8. So factorize 8 so that you can get 2. And 4 to ja is 8. So if you take x square minus 4x plus 2x, then 4 minus 4 plus 2 will give you minus 2, and 4 to ja 8. So product is also okay, and sum is also okay. So minus 8. You will write x. You can take x from these two common, because it is only the number which we can take common. After leaving some space, you write down x minus 4 again. Now what number you should put here so that it will satisfy these two numbers? That means you have to put 2 here, 2x minus 8. Now this number is common in both. So x minus 4, take it as common. So x plus 2 will be here. Now you can see these are the factors of this equation. Now to find zeros or roots, you have to put these numbers. X minus 4 is 0 and x plus 2 is equal to 0. So you will get x is equal to 4, and here you will get minus 2. So let it be alpha 4 and let it be beta. You can assume any of the two numbers. So this is your first root, this is your second root. Now you have to verify the relation. So what you will do? So first is sum of roots. You can write down sum of roots is equal to alpha plus beta. That is equal to 4 plus minus 2. We will get 2. That means 2 by 1. Now what is 2? For this you have to come here. Now here you can see, because coefficient of x square is 1, so a is 1. By comparing this equation with this equation, as I have told you earlier also, you have to compare these two equations and find out the values of a, b, c. So value of b, which is the coefficient of x, is minus 2, and value of c is minus 8. So these are the values. Okay, now you are getting 2 by 1. So how you can write this? You can write it like this. Minus minus is positive 2, so no problem. But why we are doing it? Because minus we want, and minus 2 is the value of b. So you can put b in place of minus 2, and a is 1. You can write down a here. So you are proving the relationship that sum of the roots is whatever roots you have found out is coming be equal to minus b by a. What is this? It is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now what is the second relationship? Come here. That is product of roots. Product of roots, that is alpha into beta. So your roots are 4 and minus 2, multiply them, you will get minus 8. Put 1 here. It doesn't matter if it is minus 8 or minus 8 by 1, it is same. So minus 8 is what? It is C. A is what? A. So what you got? Constant term divided by A means coefficient of x square. So you have proved both the relationships. I think you got the answer. Please note it. So question number 1, second part. The question is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Please compare this equation with this one. So by comparing, you will come to that A is 4, B is minus 4 and C is 1. You have got all the constants or coefficients. Now this is the coefficient of x square, this is the coefficient of x, this is constant term. Now you get all these numbers. Now you have to solve this equation. So what to do? This number should be multiplied by that, which will get 4. Now you have to factorize this 4 so that you get product is same and also you can split this term. So how you can do it? So 2 into 2 is 4. So 4s square minus 2s minus 2s. You can split this minus 4s into 2 parts. Now you can see this equation will become like this. From these two numbers you take common out. Write again the same bracket. Now compare this part with this one. You will come to know you have to put minus 1 here, so that when it multiplies with it you will get this. Now this bracket is common, take it as common. Now rest is 2s and this is minus 1. Now to find zeros, you know, you want to find 0, you have to put these factors equal to 0. Now you can see in both the cases you are getting same roots. So consider alpha is equal to half and beta is equal to again half. Now you have to prove the relationship. So for relationship you have sum of roots. Sum of roots is alpha plus beta. So what is your alpha? What is your beta? So you are getting 2 by 2. But you are seeing that A is 4, B is minus 4. Now what to do? So do one thing. You write down minus 2 by 2. Okay, one thing. Why you are putting minus? So that when they will multiply, you will get it again plus 2. Now you need 4. So multiply the whole number, this rational number by 2 by 2. It will not affect the question, but you will get minus 4 oblique 4. Now see, this minus and minus 4 is what? It is B. So B, what is 4? 4 is A. So what you got? Minus B by A. What is minus B means? Minus coefficient of x divided by this one. Coefficient of, here it is S. So coefficient of S, coefficient of S square. You can see you have proved that sum of roots is relationship is also working fine. Now we will do product of roots. That is alpha into beta, that means half into half. What you will get? Now 1 is C, what is 4? Plus 4 is A. So that means constant term divided by coefficient of S square. So again the second relationship we also proved it. So this is your second part. You have to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, as well as you have to prove the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. First of all, write it in this way and compare this equation with this standard equation. You will get value of A value of B and value of C. Now you have to solve this equation. For that, coefficient of x square is 6 multiplied by the constant number 3, that is minus 3, multiply, you will get minus 18. Now you have to split this term to factorize this equation, this quadratic equation. So make its factors like minus 2 into minus 9 into 2. So you can see minus 9 plus 2 will be minus 7. So it's okay. So we write down 6x square. Split this middle term into two parts. From these two numbers, what number you can take out? You can see from these two you can take 3x out. Same bracket should be repeated here. Now compare this with these two. What number should come here? Plus 1. So factors will be 2x minus 3, because you can take from these two, you can take it as common, this bracket, then rest is 3x plus 1. Now to find zeros, put each of these bracket equal to 0. Now you can see this is your alpha and this can be your beta, and you have found two zeros. Now this is the first part of the question. Second part, you have to verify the relationship. So first is sum of roots. Sum of roots or zeros. Your zeros is alpha plus beta is 7 by 6, you can write it as minus 7 by 6. So what does it mean? So minus, for minus 7 you write down, this is the coefficient of x. So minus 7 is b and 6 it is a. So answer is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. So relationship proved. Second relationship is product of roots. Your roots are now what is minus 3? It is c. C is minus 3. So what is 6? 6 is a. So what is this? It is constant term divided by a, coefficient of x square. This relationship is also proved. So let's do part 4. Part 4 is u square plus 8u. Now you can see constant term is not here. So if you compare it with this equation, you will get a4, b8 and c0, because c is not present. So you got all the values of a, b, c. Now to solve this equation, 4u square plus 8u. When there is no constant term, you can't multiply a and c and find the factors. So you take common 4u from it. You will get this. Now to find zeros, you want to find zeros of a polynomial, then you have to put it equal to 0, as you have done in 9th class. So 4u into u plus 2 is equal to 0. So now there are two cases. One is to keep 4u here and send that number, this bracket over there. Finally when you will divide this 0 by this number, you will get 0. and u will be 0 by 4, then 4 will come here as it is multiplying here, so when it will divide again you will get 0. So one of the value of u is 0, so alpha is 0. Now second part is, now you keep u plus 2 here on left side and take this 4u over there and divide it, so you will get 0. Now value of this u will be, this 2 will go there, becomes minus 2. So now you have two values, so this is your beta. Now you know two roots. So this is your first part, that what are the two roots, and second is to prove the relationship. So that is sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta, that is 0 plus minus 2 gives you minus 2. You can write it minus 2 by 1 also, but you know it should be minus b by a, and a is 4 and b is 8. You can multiply this rational number by 4 by 4. It will not change the question, but you will have a equivalent fraction, so that will be minus 8 by 4. Now you can see it is minus and plus 8 is b. You can write b in place of 8, and in place of 4 you have a, so that is minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now second relationship is product of roots, zeros, alpha into beta, where alpha is 0, beta is minus 2, you will get 0. You can also write it like 0 by 1. Now 0 is what? Because 0 is okay, c is 0, but again a is 1, no, a is 4. So what you will do, you will multiply with 4. Here you will get 0 because 4 into 0 is 0 again, but 4 ones are 4. Now you can get this equivalent fraction, and easily it will be c over a, that means constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So this relationship is also proved. Please note it down. Question number 1, fifth part. T square minus 15. Now here, if you compare it with this equation, what you will get? A is 1, the coefficient of t square is 1. There is no term for t, so it means b is 0, and c will be minus 15. How to solve this equation? You have seen a formula, a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. So can we write it in this way? You can write 15 as root 15 square. So this will work as a t and b will work as under root 15. So this is a square minus b square. So you can write it t minus root 15 into t plus root 15. That means a minus b into a plus b. You can use this thing to find the value. So this is your factors of the equation, but to find zeros, you have to find the zeros also. So one by one you put 0 equal to this one of the factors. So here you will get root 15. So alpha is root 15, your first factor, and here you will get minus root 15. That means beta, let it be beta. Now these are the two roots. Now you have to prove the relationship, verify the relationship. So sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta. Your alpha is plus root 15, beta is minus root 15, so you will get 0. You can also write it as 0 by 1. 0 is what? B. You can see here b is 0. And because it is 0, you can write down minus b also. It will not affect your question. So 0 is neither positive neither negative, so you can write down minus b over a. That means minus coefficient of x, in your case coefficient of t, because it is 0, and it will be coefficient of t square. Second part is product of zeros. Product of zeros is equal to when you multiply plus root 15 minus root 15, you will get minus 15. You can write it as this. This is c. Value of c is minus 15. Value of 1 is a. So this is constant term divided by coefficient of t square. Please note it down. Part number 6. 3x square minus x minus 4. Now compare it with this equation. So a will be 3, b will be minus 1, coefficient of x is minus 1, and c will be minus 4. Now how to solve this equation? Now multiply this coefficient of x square with minus 4. You will get minus 12. So find its factors so that you get in such a way that you get minus x. So it is already there, minus 4 and plus 3. Minus 4 plus 3 means minus 1. So that means you can divide in split this term into two parts, minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. From these two, what you can take out, what you can take common, so that will be this. Repeat the same bracket again, then compare this part with this, you will get plus 1 here. Now take common this bracket, we will get this number. So these are the factors, but to find zeros you have to put each bracket equal to 0. To find 0, 3x minus 4 is equal to 0 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. So it will be 3x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 4 over 3. This minus 4 will become plus 4 and going towards right side. Here it will become minus 1. So alpha is 4 by 3, your first root, and beta will be minus 1, your second root. The first part is over, and second part you have to prove the relationship. So let's do it. Sum of zeros is equal to alpha plus beta. That means your alpha is 4 by 3 and beta is minus 1. Take LCM, you will get 1 by 3. You can write it like this. So it is negative, so minus 1 is value of b, 3 is the value of a. So you will get minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Now second part is, you have to second relation you have to verify it, that is product of zeros. Product of zeros. So roots are now you can see minus 4 is the value of c. You can write down c, and 3 is a, value of a. So it is constant term over coefficient of x square. Now you can see we have proved all the 6 parts and we got the right answers, and all the conditions are also verified. So Excel number 2.2, second question. In examples we have done it. So question number 2 is, find the quadratic polynomial with the given numbers as the sum and product of the zeros. So first of all, let us assume that let The quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c with roots or zeros alpha and beta. So first of all, you assume that your roots are alpha and beta, zeros are alpha and beta, and the equation is the standard form of quadratic equation. And what they have given you in first part of the question, I also write it here. So sum of roots, that means alpha plus beta, that is sum of roots is 1 by 4. In second part they have given you product of roots is minus 1. Now see, you know sum of root is always minus b over a, and product of root is c by a. That means this number is same, a and a, but here it is 4, but there is no number here. Maximum you can put 1 here. Generally it happens. You can make it rational by putting 1 in denominator. Second part is you multiplied this number with 4 in numerator and denominator, you will get minus 4 over 4. Now you can see this 4 is same like here in a, and this number is equivalent fraction of minus 1. Now by comparing these two equations, you can come to know that a is 4, b will be, because here minus b is 1, so b will be minus 1, reverse. So c is, because it is minus 1 into 4 minus 4, so it will be minus 4. So equation will be by comparing ax square bx plus c like that. So a is 4, x square is x square, b is minus 1, so minus 1 is minus x, c is minus 4, so constant term is minus 4. So it is one of the equation which is satisfying the given condition, that is the sum of the root is this and product of root is this. So one of the equation is this. You have lot of other equations, so you can write down k for that number, any real number, and you can write down 4x square minus x minus 4. This will be the general equation, and whatever value you will put k over here for real, from real numbers, you will get different equations. So one of the equation is this, and generally you can write down this equation. So in this way you can solve this, and you can see you always try to have same denominator like a. So these numbers should be equal. Whatever number you have to multiply and divide, that you have to see or calculate, and you can make this equation. Let's go to part 2. Part 2 is root 2 and 1 by 3. So what you will write? Let quadratic equation is x square plus bx and roots are alpha and beta. So we assume that our roots are alpha and beta. It is given that sum of root is this and product of root is this. So sum of root is equal to root 2. As far as product of root is concerned, product of root is 1 over 3. You know it is minus b over a, sum of root, and it is c over a, product of roots. Now again a is here 3, but here a is 1, so we have to find the equivalent fraction so that both a are equal. So we multiply by 3 in numerator and denominator, you will get 3 root 2 over 3. Now a is same, so now you can find the value of a, b, c by comparing these two. So a will be 3, b is equal to, it is 3 root 2, so it is minus, its value of minus b, so b will be minus 3 root 2, and c is 1. So your equation is by x square bx plus c, 3 x square minus 3 root 2 x plus 1. c is 1, b is here, a is here. So this is your value of the equation, one of the equation which is satisfying this criteria, and other equations are k 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1. All these equations also satisfy the given condition. Third part is you are given that sum of the zeros and product of the zeros is 0 and root 5. So 0 comma root 5. So let quadratic equation be and roots are, zeros are alpha and beta. So as per question, sum of roots is 0, that is equal to minus b by a. You can write it 0 by 1. Product of root is, it is given root 5, let it be under root by 5 by 1. So always product of root is c by a. Now compare these two. You can see a is 1 in both the cases, so value of a is 1, b will be 0 because it is 0, c will be this root 5. So one of the equation which is satisfying these conditions, given condition that sum of root is 0 and product of root is root 5, is ax square, by this ax square plus bx. So x square, don't write 1 here, ax square plus bx means 0x, so it will we will not write this, and if you write it you will get 0, so no use of writing it, and root 5 c. So this is your coordinate equation as per this, and when k is real, so many other equations are also there, and that equation is this, and all these equations also satisfy these two conditions where k is a real number. Fourth part is sum of root is 1 and product of root is also 1. Again write down, let equation, coordinate equation is ax square plus bx plus c, and zeros are, you are assuming it, alpha and beta. You are given with that sum of roots is 1, and you know sum of root is minus b over a, so you can write it 1 over 1 also, no issues. Product of root is 1, you can also write it 1 over 1, so it is the formula of product of root is c by a for coordinate equation. Now a is same in both the cases, so value of a will be 1, value of b, because it is minus b is equal to 1, so b will be minus 1, and c is plus 1. So one of the equation is x square, 1 no need to write down, minus x, and c is 1. So this is one of the equation which is satisfying the given condition, and other equations are k, x square minus x plus 1, where k is real number, because there are a lot of other equations which are also satisfying these two conditions. 5 part is minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 4, that means sum of the root is minus 1 by 4 and product of the root is 1 by 4. So you have to write down, let the coordinate equation is this, and the zeros are alpha and beta. So sum of roots will be this, minus 1 by 4, and you know its formula minus b over a. Product of roots is plus 1 by 4, so you know its formula is c by a. A is same in both the cases, so it means a is 4, b will be 1 because minus minus cancel, so b will be 1, and c will be plus 1. So your equation will be, one of the equation is 4x square plus x plus 1. So this is one of the equation which is satisfying these two conditions, and other equations are k into 4x square plus x plus 1, where k is a real number. So this equation is showing all the equations which are satisfying the given conditions or criteria. 4 and 1. So sum of roots zeros is 4 and product of zeros is 1. So let coordinate equation is this one, and the zeros are alpha and beta. So sum of roots will be 4, or 4 by 1, that is equal to minus b over a. Product of roots, that is 1. You can write down 1 by 1, that is equal to c by a. You can see a is 1, a is 1, so rest of the numbers are also by comparing. So a is 1, b, here minus b is 4, so b will be minus 4, and c, that will be 1. So one of the equation is x square minus 4x plus 1. So this is one of your equation, and if you want to find other equations also, you have to write down k, x square minus 4x plus 1, where k is a real number. These are all other equations which are also satisfying the given condition. So your exercise is over. Please do your homework.